Hello, welcome back to Frequency Intuitive. Today's pick a card reading is a direct message from your spirit guides, ancestors, whoever you feel walks this path with you on the non-physical side of the veil. I haven't looked at these cards, so I will read them along with you. These were pop outs, and each pile we are going to have one of the feather cards for you to choose from, which has a corresponding crystal that you may also feel drawn to. And then there's actually a spirit guide message card underneath where I'm going to read you the message for this pile. And if you feel that it has to do with the situation you're going through or calls to you, then you know what to do. So we'll start with pile one. Pile one has this peacock feather. The card says, inherent wisdom is emerging at this time. Watch it and ready yourself for a rebirth. Wow. And that comes with this crystal. I don't know the name. I'm sorry, because that is not my forte. And pile one's spirit message card says, have more faith in yourself. Be proud of how you're navigating every curveball that life throws at you. How you deal with those times shows your true inner resilience. Nothing can break that. That in itself is an inspiration for others. So keep shining your light. So if that sounds like something you might be going through, that could be your pile. Pile two has this yellow feather with the Oriole. I think that's a sports team too. A new creative venture is on the horizon. See it as a positive change. And that has this corresponding crystal, which I don't think this is a crystal. It might be. This one might be man-made. It looks man-made to me. I'm not sure. And that, it doesn't matter. It's just a talisman to help you choose. In this scenario, sometimes it does matter, but in this scenario, I'm using them as placeholders to help you select. This message from this pile's guide is, you are doing your best and that is enough. Any difficulties you face will not last forever. Release the thoughts and feelings that don't feel good. Focus all your energy on love, happiness, and your hopes and dreams. Easier said than done, right? We'll get more messages for that. And pile three, I don't even know what bird this is. Oh, this is an ostrich feather. The choice is clear for you now. Follow the wisdom and truth you feel in your heart. And I chose this corresponding crystal for that. The reason I said I think that one's man-made is because these are cold and this one isn't. So I just had that feeling. And the message for pile three is, whatever you have been putting off, don't procrastinate any longer. Tackle that overdue project. You will feel much better once you begin. Start with one thing at a time. Thoughts and ideas not acted upon are just laying in wait. You can do this. And pile four has the parrot feather. Let go of others' thoughts and opinions. It's time to embrace who you really are. And I put the amethyst with that one. And your message from your guide is, if you find yourself stuck in a situation you are unhappy with, ask yourself, why are you still there? Is it fear of the unknown? Leaving toxic situations or people can be the best thing you can do for your soul and spirit. Be fierce. Wow. Really powerful messages coming up here. Very different one from another also. So take your time, tune into the pile or piles that you're drawn to, and when you're ready, I will see you in your group. Pile one. Hello, pile one. So right away, I noticed that you have this line in this card here, be proud of how you're navigating every curveball that life throws at you. And the peacock, as we know, proudly shows off its feathers. So there might be something here about that. So first, let's get the situation that you're going through, that your guides want to directly speak to you about. Trapped in fear coming out. 8 of Swords. Authority, that's the Emperor coming out. Be proud of how you're navigating every curveball that life throws at you. This is showing your inner resilience. Nothing can break that. And that's an inspiration for others. And you're readying yourself for a rebirth, it says. The temple path. Door to value. The energy here is very quiet. If you've watched me before, you know I'm usually much more talkative at this point. Card 16, Change Your Life, Archangel Chamuel. This does not frequently come out. It's a very powerful card, and you have rebirth. And it reads, a sudden revelation offers freedom. Break free of procrastination. Interesting, because I think that was a card in pile, was that 3 or 4? Embrace the opportunities that change brings. We're going to put that at the center of your reading because that's quite powerful. Change your life. Wow. I do not know why the energy is so quiet. It's like, see how this emperor is standing with the arms crossed and this look on his face, like lips closed? That's the energy that I'm getting from this pile. I'm not sure what that's about. I'm just going to keep going with it, but just don't mind me if it's a little bit more quiet. I don't want to force an energy into the reading that's not presenting itself yet. So if you're comfortable to sit in this stillness, it's a firmness, an authoritative energy, like not bothered. This could be an energy you're in or an energy your guides are projecting to assist you with something on your path. Please just assist me here with reading the energy and the situation that pile 1 is asking about or needs help with, please. And please come in to assist and support if they are asking for that. You and your loved ones are safe. Okay. And you have trapped in fear. So you're going through a very challenging time. I'm not going to speak on what it is because it's very private and it's very difficult, and I don't want to trigger you by bringing it up. You know what it is. I can sense what the scenarios are that they're projecting to me, and they're just asking me to not speak about them and go into them, but they do want to acknowledge that this is a very challenging situation that you are in, and that's why you've come here. And you're looking for signs and you're looking for help internally and externally, and your guides want to reassure you that you're not alone. They just want me to pull another card because they want to say something directly to you here from this guide's message. I already know which card's going to come out. They're showing it to me. I'm just going to let it come out and read it to you because there's 3 of them. It's too long for me to remember it word for word. Keep moving forward, even if you're unsure of your next step or where it may take you. Trust you're walking the path you're meant to walk, and remember we are walking it with you. Trust yourself more. Yeah, I feel very emotional saying that because I feel like you may be forgetting that you're not doing this alone, and you're feeling like that heaviness on you. If you're noticing changes within you, it's because you're leaving the old version of yourself behind. You're elevating and you're shedding unnecessary layers. Old cycles are ending and new beginnings are on the horizon. You deserve this new chapter. Now that's interesting because I almost, and I could still call it that, I suppose, because I haven't uploaded this yet, but my guides projected to me your next chapter was one of the options for what, and then it kind of changed to your guides directly want to speak to you message, but I guess it could be both. But they literally gave me this phrase, your next chapter. And now you got this card. There's a message here for you. Don't place, if your mindset is fixed, try to free yourself from that. Rise above it. Don't place limitations on what you think you can achieve. Don't stand in your own way. Allow yourself to flourish in all ways. Welcome abundance in all forms into your life. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I feel like the energy is so slow moving here, and I'm like I'm fighting myself to not start performing, to fill the empty space, because I want to be like, well, and what else we could also, because, that's what readers do sometimes, but that's when the energy is naturally flowing like that. I don't want to force it. I feel like there's just, like I said, a steady calm here, and I just want to respect that. It's the presence of your spirit team coming in. Like, whenever I'm channeling, they're always spirit beings and teams and ancestors present, but because that's who I'm channeling. But these guides have specifically come. These are specifically your guides, so I'm not familiar with them, and so I don't have the rapport with them that I have with my guides. You have that rapport with them, possibly, if you're familiar with them. But I'm just trying to respect the tone with which they want to share this message. And the tone with which they know you can hear it. Okay, let's see what else here, because all the pieces aren't coming together yet here. I don't want this. What next for pile? Oh, okay. Back to this deck. It's literally like, not these. Your guides are standing here. In an orchestra, the conductor has that wand. It's like your guides are here and they're conducting this reading, which is what I've asked them to do. So they're like this, now this. It's like they're very measured in how they want to get this information out to you. Ace of Ariel. It's your lucky day, new resources of money, time, or support, a change in job or promotion. Yeah, and you have this door to value, which we haven't talked about yet. And you also have this, embrace the opportunity that change brings. And you have the word change now, like 1, 2, 3, 3 times. I think a big part of this that they want to point out right now is because they just highlighted this, you and your loved ones are safe. I think if you accept that fact, you'll be able to see more clearly what to do next, if that makes sense. Like if, for example, they're showing me like at a scene of an emergency. I don't know if this happened or if they're just showing me an example. Take it how it resonates. But they're showing me, say there was a car accident and everybody's fine, but say there was, say you have kids or you and your friends or whoever in the car, you and your family or your friends are in the car, and the emergency team comes, this is your guides in this situation, and they gather everyone, pull them out of the car to safety, and everyone's sitting in the emergency vehicles wrapped up in blankets, drinking an electrolyte drink, say, with heating pads, and warming them up and all of this. And it's that feeling of you looking around and them saying, okay, you and everybody is safe. So you've still gone through a trauma, you've still gone through a very difficult situation. There's still things you're going to have to do, like probably fix the car or whatever, file paperwork and this and that. You may have some residual discomfort from the accident, if there was any bruises or scrapes or whatever, but they want you to have that feeling of safety, that, okay, we're going through this happened, but everybody is okay. And that being like your main concern, and that heaviness, they want to lift that concern off of you. Oh. 10 of Michael, a situation has ended and you are finally free. New opportunities for happiness will now follow, and put the past behind you. Yeah, and you have this, a sudden revelation offers freedom. So here you have this phrase, you're free, twice. I'm gonna get this. I feel like this is very mysterious. Like, I feel like I'm solving like a escape room or something. But they just reminded me, like, this is a message from your guide. So again, I don't need to know the situation. I just need to communicate the message, which is that they want you to know you and your loved ones are safe. There is this change coming. It's going to bring value. Don't be afraid, even though it's natural to be afraid, and have more faith in yourself because you are really navigating this. Be proud of how you're managing this. And these changes that are coming up are for you to shed this old skin. Old cycles are closing. And again, welcome abundance in all forms into your life. Oh, how interesting. They just highlighted this for me. They were just showing me path. And I randomly put this card over here. Well, not randomly, but I felt guided to put this card here without noticing this, the temple path. And then it says, trust you are walking the path you are meant to walk. Trust yourself more. I feel like this is really a serious pep talk from your guides, because I feel like you're really going through a difficult situation. And you need to be reassured, not only that you're safe, but that this abundance is coming in, because you have door to value with the money flowing in, new resources of money, time, and support. It's your lucky day. New opportunities that bring change and freedom, and new opportunities that bring happiness. Put the past behind you. I just feel like you're walking out of an old life into a new life, and that's scary. And it's bringing anxiety because parts of your old life might be coming into the new life, right? And trying to follow you there. And that can be hard to make that transition when it's so in your face. But yeah, this is really but this is a major pep talk and encouragement and kind of like a reassurance from your guides that, like, you're so seen. You're so seen, and they're walking right beside you with this authority. This is the energy that your guides are in, this authority. The golden halo of light around them, and there's no messing with them. They're bouncers for your life. They're giving bouncer energy. They're strong. They're fearless, and they're projecting that energy to you for when you need it. And I feel like you're very caught up, because you have to be right now, in the details of leaving this old thing behind and moving into this new life, that you haven't had a chance to really embody or recognize or embrace this new version of yourself, this new rebirth. I don't think that part has occurred to you yet, or has. Sorry. There's so many things here I don't feel comfortable saying. They don't want me to say them, but that's why I'm making these weird pauses. But it's difficult for me to be aware of certain things and not want to like reach out through the screen and say it and bring you comfort, I'm getting kind of emotional, sorry. But just know that even though I don't feel comfortable saying it because I want to respect your privacy, I do see the situation. That's why I'm handling it with a lot of care would be the word. So one part that they want to highlight for you and help, almost like I don't want to say like a prize or like, you know, the gold at the end of the rainbow, because it's not like that. But it is going to be a positive outcome of this situation, is this rebirth, that you're going to be completely shedding all these old layers and rediscovering who you are in this world. Who you are without shackles, who you are without bondage, who you are without concern and worry for the safety of you and your loved ones. You're going to be able to express yourself in this world in a completely different way. Yeah, and they just showed me this again. Don't place limitations on what you think you can achieve or stand in your own way. Allow yourself to flourish in all ways. And I really feel like peacock is such a great bird for the word flourish, because that tail is just like flourishing, you know? And see how like there's a little bit of humor trying to come in? I feel like you've just been in this heavy energy, and I don't think you would hear me if I came to this reading with the same humor that I usually have, and the same lightness, because I don't think you would hear me on that frequency, if that makes sense. So that's why I've adjusted my frequency to the one that your guides. It's still high frequency, but it's a different tone. It's a different note, so that you can hear this message. Midheaven Pinnacle, card 36. Okay, I just have to channel this card they're asking me. Just a second. Okay, so you see how there's this meter here. It's going, almost indicating like cool, like hot to cold. They want to let you know it's funny because these words are kind of contradictory, midheaven and pinnacle. So pinnacle would mean you're at the pinnacle of, you know, something, you're at like the height of it. But midheaven to me would indicate you're midway there, mid to heaven. I know that's not what the card means if you have this deck. I'm just channeling this. It's not the original meaning of the card from the author, as far as I know. But your guides want to let you know, see yourself on this kind of like spectrum. That's the word. This spectrum. And you're right now, you're like midway. You've left the most difficult time. You're out of that like burning ash feeling, but you're not quite yet to the phoenix rising out of the ashes that you're going to be in, say, 3 to 6 months, and especially a year, they're saying. So see the spectrum like a year. And I think maybe you're midway through this situation, and where you'll be at the end of the year, this time next year, 3 months. I'm saying 3, but they really want to say 6 months to a year, where you really start to see this abundance, this change in yourself, this change in your outward circumstances, this change in your life, these resources, the time, the money, the promotions, the jobs that you need, the abundance, this freedom, the opportunities, the happiness with the past moving behind you. It's going to be on a spectrum. You're going to be building up to that as you navigate this situation and you rebuild anew. I'm going to get you one more card here, and then they're closing this out here. I don't feel like we got enough, but that's all they want to say for this pile for you. Yeah, because they're saying you've got a lot going on and you're not going to hear more than this. And you've heard what they need you to hear. You are elevating. They just want to highlight that. Oh yeah, you have this change your life card. Wow. Really powerful. Incredible. Final message, please, from Pile 1's guides. The direct message about this next chapter of their life. Ooh. Guidance. Interesting. Oh, 2 want to come out. Okay. So first I'm just going to read the rescue card because we had that analogy they brought up at the beginning, or that vision they showed me with the the emergency rescue team. And that's not often I use that word, but it says help others in need or ask for assistance when you need it. Okay. That's very important. They want to, like, you are not weak. You are not lacking. They are so proud of how you're navigating every curveball that life throws at you. You are resilient and nothing can break you. Keep shining your light and ask for help if you need it. That's if you need assistance, financial assistance, support, some sort of shelter, some sort of care, some sort of food, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many resources that community and, like, if you go to your local church, government provides. Don't feel like, what they're showing is you can give back when you're back in that position, but right now you need to use the resources that you've put in, and you need to do that if you need to do that. Okay, very important, they're saying. And guidance, which it says find safety in your beacon's light. And you had with this peacock card, inherent wisdom is emerging at this time. Watch it and ready yourself for this rebirth, and then this guidance. So I feel like this time is really helping you to develop that trust in yourself and trust in the universe, trust in your guides, trust that you're not walking this alone, because there are resources and support and synchronicities coming to you that you can't deny. The support, the unseen support that's there with the way that these things are playing out. So keep laying on that knowledge and utilizing it, because it's endless. They're letting you know that it's not like it's going to run out or dry up. That support will always be there. Anytime you need them, ask for support. I need money, I need resources, I need help. Show me the way, show me the people, show me the number, give me the idea, and it will be there for you, because this is a major time in your life. This is like, they're showing me, when you're reading a book and each chapter has its numbered chapter, but sometimes you get to the part in the book. Some books have a part where it's part 2 and it's halfway through the book. You're actually going into a new chapter, but it's a whole other party. It's a whole new start. It's a whole new life change. It's a whole new beginning. It's a whole new you. And in this 6 months to a year, I don't know what's going to happen, but I know it's going to be positive, bringing happiness, new opportunities, value. Your anxiety will be gone or lessened. You'll be no longer trapped in fear. You'll be free. You'll feel safe. You'll feel supported. And these new opportunities are just going to abound. And you're going to be feeling like this peacock that can show its feathers and be proud and be seen and feel confident and feel loved and feel safe to express themselves and feel safe to be themselves. Okay, is the main message. That's what is this huge change, and you're not going through this alone. Okay, they really want me to wrap it up. I just keep wanting to be here for you and hold space. But if you do want to have more information, feel free to pick another pile, they're saying, because there are going to be different themes there. And also feel free to share in the comments if you want to, or just put an emoji or reach out. I have an email if you want to, just have a friendly ear or something. I just want you to not feel alone with what you're going through. Know that I see you, your guides see you, you are very loved and you are very cared for. Okay, my friend, thank you so much for being here. If you're going to that other pile, I'll see you there in a minute. And if not, then I will see you in another reading on another day. Be very well, okay? Bye. Hello, pile 2. Thank you for being here. You have the Oriole card with the new creative adventure on the horizon. It's a positive change, and you're doing your best, and that is enough. Any difficulties will not last forever. So let's find out messages from your guides, a direct message that has been trying to reach you. Base chakra coming out. So something to do with your foundation, your feeling of security, safety, deception, and envy coming out. 7 of Swords. Sorry guys, I have something in my eye. That seems unrelated, but I'm sure it is. We don't know the situation. Door to Spirit in reverse. We're going to keep it in reverse. Man holding a heart. What type of energy is going on here? This is wild sauce. Very, very mixed bag here. 5 of Ariel. Sorry, I don't know why I didn't read that. You needn't go through your current challenges alone. Help is nearby, and negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecies. I think it was because I was thinking about how this card says, release thoughts and feelings that don't feel good and focus on happiness and love. Oh my gosh, I can't even get these out, and they're just spitfiring out. 21 the world. Okay, Archangel Michael, a very happy ending, coming full circle, spiritual growth and insight, because you have this door to spirit reverse, which means you may not be feeling like that door is very open right now. Okay, I'm gonna have to channel this whole pile because I have no freaking clue from the cards. Okay, then 7 of Cups coming in here. Yeah, time to make a decision. I see that because there's so much going on here. Be clear on what you want, take action, and a need for detoxification. I have such a headache in your pile. Oof. Okay. We got this, we got this, we got this. Take a deep breath. Let's bring some humor in. Let's bring some humor in. Pile 1 was very heavy energy. And I don't feel that here, but I feel like there's a lot going on here. A lot of sauce. So let's just get a few more clarification cards for this message that your guides want to tell you. You're very close to achieving your goal. Okay, yeah, I see that. Because you have this a very happy ending. So, aka full moon energy. It's full moon tonight, I think, or tomorrow, isn't it? Depends when I post this. At the time of filming. What am I doing? I will say your energy's a little bit scattered, which is okay. You may have a lot. Yeah, okay. You have a lot going on. There could be like personal situations with romance, career situations. You may feel like your spirituality practice is kind of falling by the wayside. There may be like a lot of options swirling around about what to do. You're going through some challenges. You have some sort of project or goal or vision for your life that you're trying to achieve, that you're putting a lot of time and effort into. And then there's like some romantic offer or some romantic situation. Maybe it's a partner who's like, hello, what about me? Or a new offer coming in and you're like, I don't have time for this, y'all. I'm just gonna channel you guys now. Yeah, you're doing your best and that is enough. But some decisions need to be made here. Okay, message from your guides. You got a few guides here. Cancer Immerse, card 4. Okay, so you could have Cancer energy, or this could be about this project that you're like immersed in here. With this, you're very close to achieving your goal, a very happy ending. You're doing your best and that's enough. Okay, what's going on? What's going on? what's going on? This could be my musical group. Oh, I know what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get another message from your guides card. Wisdom. I don't like when the esoteric cards come out. It's like, yeah, we know about wisdom. We need the wisdom. That's why we're here. Tell us what the wisdom is. Success. Okay, you got a lot of success going on here. So if you were concerned about something being successful or not, it is going to be successful if it's not already showing signs of that, because you're very close to achieving your goal, success, and a very happy ending coming full circle with the world. So something comes to fruition here, whatever that thing is on your mind, career or project, just something you've been putting all your pentacles into. It could be romantic. Maybe you're like looking for a commitment or an engagement or something like this. But with a new creative venture on the horizon, see it as a positive change. I just feel like you're overwhelmed. Like you could be a parent, you could be single, but like, living on your own, but you just have a lot of things you're juggling, like work, school, family situations, relationship situations. Like I said, your spiritual life. There could be a lot of people looking at you, because I get the sense that you're either currently very successful, like you could be like a very popular YouTuber or content creator or startup. That I just heard venture capitalist. You could be very young for what you've achieved. Could be like for some of you. And people are envious. Yeah, so this time to make a decision with the 7 of Cups. There's something different in each of these cups, right? And I feel like maybe you have like buyers for this business, or people wanting to offer you jobs or partnerships or collaborations or sponsorships, or like the people who want to make you job offers or promotions, or schools want to, like there's like, I just see a lot of people presenting their cup, being like, oh, do you want some of this? Do you want to work together? Do you want to date? Do you want to whatever? Maybe you're already dating someone, like I said, or married. And I feel like you're like, whoa, like you're spoiled for choice, but you're overwhelmed. You're not in the energy of like, oh, I have, all the time in the world. You're like, okay, it's too much. It's too much. People, I'm just showing me invitations in the mail, or like invitations on your phone, invitations in the mail. Let me date myself here. I'm 43. That's right. I was talking to my daughter. I said, let's tape record us the other day. She's like, aren't you a YouTuber? I'm like, tape record us. Okay, so maybe you don't have invitations in the mail, but you might have like a wedding invitation. But I see that they're just showing me that as, a visual. You have a lot of offers for things, and you're like, come to this mom's lunch, come to this sports event. Can you present this for us? And if this hasn't happened yet, then this could be on the horizon. And I feel you being like, or like friends, coming. It depends on what level. Like you may be like, I'm not a popular, like I'm not in the spotlight. I don't have that. But maybe it's friends want to come out. Like, come meet my new boyfriend. Let's go for dinner. I'm seeing like this. Come meet my family. Like your family wants to go. Your sister wants to do this. Your brother wants to do that. Your aunt wants to do this. Like their old teachers want you to come and speak at the class. Like there's just a lot of like people vying for your attention for some reason, I guess because of this creative venture that is close to success. And I feel like it says, you're doing your best and that's enough. These difficulties are not going to last forever. Just focus on the good feeling thoughts that feels good to you. Keep focused on love and happiness, and your dreams are going to continue to come true, but it does have time to make a decision. So I feel like if you've been like sitting in this stalemate energy, your guides are coming in to say, we gotta make some decisions here that are going to build this foundation with this base chakra, that are going to bring in some security and stability and things that you need to put in place in order to move to the next step on your path here. Your message is fairly clear. It's coming in really quickly. I'm not even sure what pile to pick next, because I feel like we've got the message, but oh yeah, they wanted this card. Message from your guides card. We'll just get another message here. What else do you want Paul to know? See, look at this. This is just for you. Listen up. I read the first line. You are not moving too slowly. Drop the self-induced pressure. That's what I feel. You're under pressure. Under pressure. No, 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 no. Another dating myself again there. You are at the sweet spot between taking care of yourself and still making advancements on your goals. Yes, that's what this is about. On this path, there is no such thing as being behind. Smile, breathe, carry on. I feel this. I feel this. I understand this, pile. I've got this kind of situation going on. You got a lot of sticks in the fire, you know? And it can be overwhelming. But it's not about, I think your message is really like, make the decisions where you need to make the decisions. But it's the decisions that you need to be making are, what are the things you want to do? And what are the things that are taking care of yourself? And do it at your own pace. You're being very successful. Don't worry about the haters. What's that song? They're giving me that song. Ha 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 ha. Na 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 na. What is this? Ha ha ha. Yeah, hold on. I have to get this. Ha 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 ha. My haters. Making my money. Okay, if you know what that song is, put it in the. It's like a. I'm seeing it as like a, I don't know, like a hip hop song or like a reggae song. I don't really know the genres. I'm terrible at music genres. But it's a guy, basically, he's saying, like, I don't know how to explain this. Like, he's basically saying, I'm making my money, so, like, he's laughing, like, I'm making my money, so I'm not really worried about the haters. Something like this. If you know what song I'm talking about, there's some part that goes ha 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 ha, na 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 na, my haters or something. I'm making my money. Okay, the things I do on this channel. Okay, moving on. That song's coming through. If we knew what it was, I'll look it up after if I can find it. If no one comments, and if I can figure out what it is, and I'll link it. But that song's coming through. Basically, just like keep on doing you and don't worry about these haters, like deception and envy here. And yes, you have a lot of choice, but choose what you feel drawn to. They do want you to be aware of this door to spirit being reversed, because that is where your wisdom comes in, and that's where a lot of your success flows from. And they don't want you to accidentally shift into hustle grind mode, which means you're doing a lot of it without the wind of spirit at your back, which is the ease and the flow and the endless ideas and the endless resources and the endless energy. So they're just reminding you to make sure that you focus on your own sweet spot between taking care of yourself and still making advancements on this, because you have this immerse energy where I think you might go like, I don't think I can say that, but there's some phrases coming up in here that I'm not familiar with. BALL. Can I say balls to the wall? I don't know if that's like offensive or not, but you don't need to go like full force and at something and like let everything else suffer, which could be like your relationships or maybe your dating life, or like I said, your relationships if you're already with someone, your spiritual relationships. There's like some temperance that needs to come in here is the message from spirit. And it's like, this, they know this, but they want to highlight this because this new creative venture is coming in. There's something else coming, because it's not this. This is whatever you're currently working on is a success, come full circle. It's a happy ending. You're very close to achieving your goal. But then the card you got was a new creative ventures on the horizon, and it's a positive change in your future. So there's more coming because you're in this like magic flow right now where a lot is popping for you. So like kind of keep your wits about you. Don't let yourself be rushed. You're not moving too slow. You're doing your best, and that's enough. And just kind of like keep on keeping on, but make sure you're enjoying all of this goodness that's coming in. Don't get burnt out, right? Don't let yourself get burnt out. Keep injecting the self-care time, the rest, the social time, the things that you need that make you happy. That's why I felt like it was such a mixed bag, because it is a mixed bag. You got a lot going on in your life. It's very full. It's very fast moving, but it can feel overwhelming, and you can feel like under a lot of pressure if you're not tempering it and moderating it with that spiritual self-care time, meditation, whatever practice works for you, dance, movement, stretching, journaling, you know, the things that make you feel good and centered. And just put it into your schedule, they're saying. 15 minutes for you, if that's all you can give. Oh, as meditate comes out. Yeah, I feel like that's your overarching message. I know it's like a simple one that sometimes is like, but like there's so much good going on here. You want to maintain this rhythm and flow. Meditate, make some quiet time in the still air so that we can turn this door to spirit card back upright, because this is where the magic happens. This is the support that you have that you don't want to overlook or not utilize. I'm going to leave it upright because we want that to be upright for you. And meditate, for me, I know is the quickest way to communicate with spirit. And sometimes you're not even communicating in the meditation. A lot of the time the insights come after, but the meditation allows your natural frequency to raise back up because you're just releasing any of the tension, any of the stimulation from the day, quieting down your energy. It naturally raises back up, and then you're at a higher frequency point where you can channel the messages again from spirit. Sorry. Throat chakra vibe there. They're closing out your reading here. I hope you found that helpful. If you are going to another pile, there may be messages on other themes there. Then I will see you there. If not, thank you so much for being here. Feel free to share your story in the comments. I absolutely love hearing from you guys, or an emoji or whatever you feel called to do. And yeah, I'll see you in another pile if you're going there shortly. If not, I'll see you in another reading on another day. Be well. Okay, pile 3. I just noticed it's very interesting that you got the ostrich, because sometimes it can be said like putting your head in the sand like the ostrich, and then you have this don't procrastinate any longer. Tackle that long overdue project. One thing at a time. Thoughts and ideas not act upon are just laying in wait. You can do this. So I feel like there's something, and then the ostrich says the choice is clear for you now. Follow the wisdom and truth you feel in your heart. So I feel like there's something big or small. This could be like you've been feeling like you need to leave a relationship, or feel like you need to, sorry, that card was in the wrong pile. Feel like you need to leave a job, or feel like you need to move homes, or it could be something smaller, like a task that you need to do, like get your passport renewed or something like this. So let's get your messages about what this is about. Direct information from your guides. Ooh, okay. Already coming out here. The light, which is the sun card. I always get that in the star card. But the star is hope in this. Oh, card 4, foundations and achievements. Yes, this is like the 4 of wands, the foundations card. Happy family card, building your foundation. Then you have this sun card. Okay, sorry, I don't know why I went so deeply into that. Okay, I was like in my own world there for a second. Let's get the rest of your cards before we get too deep into this. All tied up in reverse. So feeling that you're going to be becoming unbound from something. I'm going to put that with the foundations and achievements. Some freedom coming in. You may be from pile 1. This may be the lighter message for pile 1. Sun. Okay. You got the sun twice. Like, stop. Are you that pile that always gets the doubles of everything? Like you always get all the star cards? I just want to make sure that I'm not reading this wrong. I want to make sure. This is the one where the star is the hope, right? That we always see. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, okay. So this is the star, so this is the sun. Just making sure that I'm not saying this wrong the whole time, because you definitely want to be excited if you have 2 sun cards, which you do. Wow. Wow is an understatement. 2 sun cards. Holy Toledo. Sun, some people say, is the best card on the deck, and you just got it twice, like right at the beginning. 2 different decks. The Sun. This is a fulfillment of everything that you want. The sun shining, the warmth, the abundance, everything's fertile, everything's blossoming, everything's lush around you. Okay, wow. So your guide's coming in. So it's very possible that whatever this thing is that you're putting off, the doing of it would release the last of these binds or chains or bondage or restrictions, whatever it is, and allow this abundance and this, fulfillment of desires and enjoyment of life to come in. But there's something here, some choice that is clear for you now. Follow the wisdom and truth you feel in your heart. Let me just do that again. Direct messages from your spirit guide for pile 3, please. Leap of faith. Yeah, you got the Fool. Leap of faith. I love the Fool energy. Card 0, Archangel Metatron. Believe in yourself. Oh, again, listen to your heart. This says, follow the truth you feel in your heart and listen to your heart. Do what gives you joy. So I wonder why you've been putting it off. You could change your life. Yeah, this was in pile 1. Remember I said this could be the lighter message of pile 1. So they got this. A sudden revelation offers freedom. Oh my gosh. It says break free from procrastination. And it says don't procrastinate. Guys, we all know, if you guys watch card readings, procrastinate does not come up that often. That hit me like a ton of bricks. Like I fell back in my chair at the synchronicity, because I think I said when pile 1 got this, oh, wasn't there a pile that we talked about procrastination? So you might have messages in there. I hope you found this pile. Like if you're from pile 1 or if you're here, I would listen to pile 1. Pile 1 did have some heavy themes, so just you may take parts of that. It may not all be for you, because this is definitely the lighter message of pile 1. Wow. A sudden revelation that offers freedom, all tied up in reverse, aka you're free. Break free of procrastination and embrace the opportunities that change brings. And this is, the choice is clear for you. Believe in yourself, listen to your heart. Whatever you've been putting off, don't procrastinate any longer. You will feel better once you begin. Start with one thing at a time. Wow. This is like your guides literally here, if they had hands, just like pulling these cards. Sun, don't procrastinate. Don't procrastinate. Change your life. Get your freedom. Foundations and achievements. Firm up your stability. Firm up your whatever. Because the thing is, sometimes I know this is hard to hear. Sometimes, and I've been through it, that's why I'm doing the heavy sigh. Sometimes you got to uproot your foundation in order to find your new foundation and rebuild again. And I know that can cause procrastination. Trust me. Like when I know I need to move. Oh, want me to tell you a story? They just showed me this story time. I was living at this townhouse. It was one of my dreams. It was on the water, at a water view. And this was like a dream of mine since I was a kid, to have a water view. Like I opened up my bedroom window in the morning and looked out at the lake, like 50 meters from my house. And it was just a beautiful, clear view. Not a thing in sight, not a house, just the waterfront. And it was very hard for me to leave there, but there was a lot of things I wasn't happy with there. The house, it was brand new, new construction, and it was under constant repair. It had been built in COVID, and there was constant problems, and it was really stressing me out because there was builders constantly in there, like 150 times. I think I had builder visits in 1 year, which equals once every 2 days, if you get what I'm saying, more or less. And Spirit kept telling me, okay, we did this. You enjoyed your time here. You've been here 2 years. Time to go. There's somewhere else waiting for you. And I procrastinated because I was like, I don't want to move again. I don't want to pack up my stuff. I don't want to leave my water view. I'm not going to find anything better. And the ceiling in the kitchen kept getting a leak from like one of the upper balconies, and it would leak into the kitchen, which of course you don't want to leak in your kitchen because you're eating there and like drywall and stuff, and they kept having to come repair it. So this had happened 4 times, and it was so disruptive because they would have to take down the whole ceiling in the kitchen, which is like the hub of the house. So like where am I supposed to make my food and stuff? I'd have to move everything into the living room. They would be sanding in there, repairing, it'd be taping and letting it dry and coming back. It was awful. Refixing lights, re-hanging lights, it was just awful. 4 times I went through that in 2 years. And then my guides kept saying to me, you need to move, you need to move, you need to move, you need to start looking. And I just kept burying my head in the sand. I didn't want to do it. And then the ceiling leaked again, the 5th time. And I remember I was like, okay, I literally sat down at the computer. I was like, that they were trying to, all the times they were telling me to go was because they knew this was coming down the pipeline. They knew the discomfort and the frustration it was going to bring me, and they didn't want me to have to live through that again. So they were trying to help support me and guide me to this next beautiful home, which ended up being also on the water. Was just without all of the problems. So I was only delaying the inevitable of something better because I just didn't want to do the hard thing that I had to do, which was basically take, a couple days, pack everything up, hire movers, and take a couple days and unpack. I remember I timed myself when I got to the new place, and it took me 1 weekend to unpack, like 2.5 days, and hang up all the pictures and everything, and I was like, I could have just, saved myself so much trouble and stress by just taking like a couple weekends and getting this done. So that's my story for you. You don't want your kitchen ceiling to get a leak again and fall down on you when you could have just found your freedom and had your happy ending, So that's my story about that. Let's get the rest of your message. I feel like that was a long story. But I feel like it was very relevant to maybe what you're going through here. More messages, please, direct from Pile 3's guides. Yeah, my point about that was I had to uproot my current foundation, which was where I was currently living, and all of my organizational Virgo systems and all my cleanliness Virgo stuff, and move it and created a new foundation somewhere else, but it was temporary pain, for a long-term game, so to speak. A time for healing, balsamic moon. Oh, I didn't even know I was holding these 2 cards. So we're going to get these 2. Take time to breathe out, disseminating moon, and have faith in your dreams. Waxing crescent moon. Yeah, if you are uprooting some sort of major foundation in your life, like leaving a job, leaving a relationship, leaving a home, all the things I mentioned at the beginning, you definitely will. That takes some healing because there's residual things, right, that occur from that, like a breakup of a relationship or whatever it is with if you're changing careers. Like when I changed careers, I'll give me another example. I was in a very fast-paced corporate environment. I'm still healing from that. Guys, the stress, if you know. The stress that was on my body. I was traveling for like 4 hours a day sometimes. I was rush, balancing so many plates between being a mom, single income, working full time, traveling. It's sometimes I am moving so fast. Right now I'm content creating full time, and like I work from home, and I will be rushing through the house, like to get to a card reading that I have no rush to complete. But I'm still like rushing. So my point is, whatever this thing is that you're changing or moving on to, whatever foundation and achievement you're rebuilding, you're going to need to heal from that. And it's okay. Take time to breathe out. Take this leap of faith and allow things to kind of just let the dust settle. Check in with yourself. How are you doing? Take things slow, be gentle with yourself, and move on from there at your own pace. I'm having like no concept of time in this reading. Like, I don't know if we've been talking for like 3 hours or like 3 minutes. But I'm going to get another guide card for you. I can't even remember what we've said so far, so I hope the message is coming through. I just know it's been very synchronistic. And I talked about my kitchen ceiling having a leak. I remember that. Oh, wow. Do we have this? Yeah, this is in pile 1 too. Keep moving forward even if you are unsure of your next step or where it may take you. Trust that you are walking the path you are meant to walk. Remember, we are walking it with you. That's your guides. Trust yourself more. Yeah, keep moving forward. Do we have this? Yeah, well, with the tackle this long overdue thing. Oh, here, yeah. One step at a time. You'll feel better once you start acting on these ideas and thoughts. Yeah, that's the hardest thing, right? Like this keeping moving forward when you don't know the next step. Like that's why I was procrastinating about moving, because I'm like, where am I going to go? I have to, do all my financial stuff again, apply for whatever and switch the finances and this to that. And, I didn't know where we were going to live. But like once you start moving, I basically got on there. I started searching. I looked at the ones that my heart was leading me to, and you just go from there. You call and you make the appointments, you meet the people, you fill out the applications, you call your bank, you do the things you need to do, and it moves forward as you take one step at a time. For some reason, they're just that's it. Like I have like they shut the drawbridge on your reading, and so the message has gotten out, and they don't want to elaborate anymore. I am going to get one of these final messages from them, but like I said, you could have messages in pile 1, although it was a heavier tone. Or whatever other pile you felt drawn to, but the synchronicities to pile 1 is wild. It could just be a similar message, but 2 kind of different situations or 2 different tones for depending on where you're kind of at and able to hear. But yeah, something you got to take a leap of faith on here. That's going to bring you freedom, going to bring you a new stability in. That's going to bring you everything you want. 2 sun cards, guys. Change your life. Have faith in this dream. And allow yourself to heal, but take some action on whatever this is you're procrastinating on is the biggest message. And you know what it is. They're saying, listen, the secrets of the sea become apparent when we listen to the sound within the shells. Yeah. Like it's so oversaid, but listening to your own inner world, listening to your own intuition, but then you got to ground it down to earth, because listening is not going to bring the sun to you, You are the doer. You are the hands, right? If God is the, what is that saying? If God is the head, you are the hands. I don't know if that's a saying or if I just made that up, but you got to do the stuff. And I know it's really hard. I know it's hard. It's so hard to just, it's so much easier sometimes to, and I'll tell you why, like physically, like quantum physically, momentum. So because when you're stagnant and you're comfortable where you are, it's so much easier to stay. Isn't that like some sort of like physics law they're saying? Like, I don't know what it is, but like Newton's physics law or some sort of physics law where basically it's like easier for, if the thing is already not moving, you know what I'm saying? That's the natural position of it. But then once you get it moving, but it does take effort to get the thing moving. But once it has momentum, that it does become so much easier. Once I made those first phone calls, and then it was like, it starts to take on a life of its own, because now real estate agents are calling me back and making appointments, and I just have to show up, you know what I mean? And then I just have to pick one, and then I just have to fill out the application. Like once you get the ball rolling, it becomes so much easier than to stay. And I would ask myself, like, choose your heart in the moment, right? Like, is it easier to stay where I am with a ceiling that's falling down around me? Or is it easier to just take this initial action and find myself in a place of peace and freedom and peace of mind and ease and lack of disruptions, and lack of stress? Okay, I want to say more as a human, but your guides are closing this out because they know that I'm an overtalker. So they're very strict with me in these readings. So that is the conclusion of this reading. If you're going to another pile, I will see you there. If not, then I will see you in another reading on another day. Please comment down below, share your story, share an emoji, whatever you feel comfortable with. I love hearing from you. And so yeah, I will either see you in another group or on another day, if you will. Hi, pile 4. You had the Parrot card with let go of others' thoughts and opinions. It's time to embrace who you really are. And your card was, if you find yourself stuck in a situation you're unhappy with, ask yourself, why are you still there? Is it fear of the unknown? Leaving toxic situations or people can be the best thing you could do for your soul and your spirit. Be fierce. I love that be fierce thing there for you. So, direct message from your guides coming at ya. What do they want to say to you about this situation you're asking about? Messages for pile 4, please. Discontentment and boredom. That's the 4 of Cups. Ooh, passion ignited. Wow. Firm foundation. Pile, I don't know. Oh, you have 2 4s. 2 or 3 also had base chakra in another deck. Wow, okay, so you have Ace of Cups here, Passion Ignited, or Ace of Wands. 2 card 4s, stability. Okay, wow, okay. I'm all discombobulated for some reason in this palette. Let's get this. Ten of Michael. This came out in pile 1. A situation has ended. You're finally free. New opportunities for happiness will now follow. Put the past behind you. Yeah. 10 is a completion. So something's ending, something's beginning. Look at that. Something's ending, something's beginning. 10 to a 1. Oh, gosh. Star. The star is loving to come out. A dream come true. Believe in yourself. The end of a difficult situation. A situation has ended. New opportunities will happiness for now follow. Put the past behind you. If you find yourself in a toxic situation or you're unhappy, why are you still there? It's asking you. Oh, it's so clear you're reading already. Yeah, discontentment and boredom. If you find yourself stuck in a situation you're unhappy with, aka discontentment and boredom, ask yourself, what is the fear of? Is it other people's thoughts and opinions? That's what the Parrot card's saying. Something needs to end so something new can be ignited here. Something that you know. It could be a job, career, friendship, partnership with something, collaboration. Queen of Gabriel, she's been coming out too. Empress energy, passionate, charming, brilliant, independent. You can do anything right now. Go after what you want. The ability to attract helpful people. I feel like you're that pile that keeps getting this message because this message has come out before a couple times. And it's very powerful. When it comes out, it's like powerful. This is going to mess with my symmetry. Okay. What else do we want here? Who else has a message? Yeah, I don't want to say this because it sounds like kind of rude, but they keep saying to me with the Parrot, like, think for yourself. Don't just parrot other people's opinions and thoughts. Think for yourself. And oftentimes when we're making these big situations, that's why I feel like I'm repeating this because I know we've said this so many times in readings before. So if you're from there, or maybe this may be the first time you've heard it, if you didn't line up with those ones. The peanut gallery, man, they can be very loud. Parents, friends, loved ones, bosses, social media. Oh, you should do this. Oh, you should do that. You should stay. You should go. Even readings like me. It can be annoying. A win-win outcome is forecast. Yeah, full moon in Libra. I feel like part of why you don't want to maybe leave the situation is you have that guilt of like what is this person going to think? What is this job going to think if I leave? It's a win-win situation. The universe is creative enough, and God is creative enough, whatever you believe in, to find benefit for everybody. A fiery climax approaches. Yeah, full moon in Aries with this passion ignited, this fire energy here. Something's gonna... This situation ending, this toxic situation, yeah, fiery climax approaches. Something's going to be coming to a head here and resolving itself in a big way. It doesn't mean it has to be a negative way. It's going to be like a ta-da! And that's the end of that. Like this scene. You know, she's vowing. This situation has ended. You've bowed. That chapter's closed. Moving on. Whoa! Did everybody see that fly off? First house arrival. I'm not getting much from that card. I mean, there's obvious things I could say, like, you know, this is the arrival of this situation, but that's not what they pulled that card for. Fifth house, passion. Oh my guides, they're just so funny. Passion with passion ignited. If you watch this channel, you know we get the best card synchronicities, like the best. The lining up of the things. I love it. Yeah, passion. Passion. Something's igniting within you. I don't know if you know what it is yet. This could be someone you're going to meet or a new project. I feel like, because this is so very different from discontentment and boredom. And on the other side of this, you could have messages in pile 3, they're saying. On the other side, because that had a strong procrastination message about really taking action on something that you know needs to be taken action on. And that's messages here too with if you're stuck in a situation you're unhappy with, you know, why, ask yourself what is holding you back from leaving this situation. That could be the best thing for your soul. Be fierce. Fierce is passion, man. Fierce is this. Oh, you have passion here too. I didn't even see. Queen of Gabriel, passionate. Passion, passion, passion. You have passion 3 times. Passion, passion, passion. Passion is like, it's gotta happen. And I don't know if you're feeling this, and then you have this fiery climax approaches with Aries energy, which is basically passion. I'm going to put that with there. So you have 4 passions now, as far as I'm concerned. Whew. So what's the message that you want them to know about this? Because I'm sure they're aware of this situation. Let's get you another message from them here. Because they're showing me like you're currently in this discontentment and boredom about something. And then there's going to be this situation coming to a head, kind of like ending, resolving itself. And then you're going to be left with in this energy of like, now I have this passion burning inside me for something more, for something new, for this new thing. So kind of like, and it's a dream come true. And both of these on the corners here say the end of a difficult situation, a situation is ended. So something ends and number 1 ignites, something begins. And I know we've had this message before because I feel like I'm repeating myself in a completely different reading. I don't remember. It's been at least twice. This group has come up with these 4s and the star energy. You'll know if that's you. You can't forget those readings where we get a star like 5 million times. Whew. Okay, yeah, here we go. Be clear about where you're putting your focus right now. Put your focus on your desired outcome. You have everything within you to create the life of your dreams. Dream come true. And yeah, you can do anything you want right now. Go after what you want. Stop doubting yourself for once. This is your time. We've got you. Oh, that is a powerful message. Stop doubting yourself. This is your time. We've got you. And you be fierce. So much messages in the collective about this, like to change, leaving old things behind that are no longer serving us and getting this fierceness, pulling ourselves up and taking the action that needs to happen to move us towards our next chapter, our next desired outcome. Like there's no more complacency. That's what this, I'm feeling this energy just in the collective. We're no longer settling for, well, settling. We're not doing that anymore. As a collective, we're now saying, okay, that served me. I have so much love and respect for that chapter of my life. I have so much growth from that. It made me who I am today. And now I know and I trust that I'm being called towards this thing, this new passion that's ignited within me, this heart's desire, whether it's career or a person, a vision for your life, somewhere to move, a passion, a purpose, whatever it is. And you're moving towards it. And whoever's in alignment will come with you, and whoever's not, whoever and whatever is not will fall by the wayside. And I feel like we're just moving towards a place where we're becoming okay with that and understanding this is life. It's a different generational thinking. Like my parents weren't of that thinking. They were like, whatever hand you're dealt, you stick with that hand and you make the best of it. And I feel like we're shifting to this new wave of energy. Like I just had a reading about that, this fresh wave of energy coming in where we're no longer okay with being sitting in discontentment and boredom. We're evolving constantly and we're actually keeping up with the energetic flow. The energy moves faster and we're keeping up with it. But it takes like a different kind of state of awareness and consciousness than we have been in before. If you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. It's kind of hard for me to explain. This is usually the final message. How long have I been recording this? I feel like it's 2 seconds. Yeah, it's like 10 minutes. How come you're reading so fast? I don't know, because the same card kept coming out. Oh my gosh, I almost fell off my chair. Well, let me just get some more for you. We don't need to have a 10-minute reading. Can you guys guide me to more information for pile 4, please? What else do they need to know about this? We're not quite ready to wrap this up. I don't know how all your messages came out so fast. What's like some key that they need to know to... I feel like we got like... We know you're discontent about something. We know... Yeah, you're in an unhappy situation or leaving one that you feel is toxic in some way. We know there's some sort of fear that's holding you back. There's a positive outcome forecasted, what you want. Your passion is igniting, situation is ending. How could they go about that? Is there any like guidance for making this easier? What else? They said not that deck because they got the one they wanted. Wonders. Oh, my least favorite card. It's just so esoteric, you guys. Like, wonders. They just keep saying miracles. Like, let the miracles, let the synchronicities come in. Sorry, having a mental conversation with my guides. Let's get you a surrender card. That's sometimes extraordinarily helpful. Oh, there's a whole deck that I didn't see there that was just underneath, and I'm going to get you cards from that I didn't get for anybody else. What the... What's this passion about? Surrender to trust. Oh, I know you're rolling your eyes along with me because we just keep getting the same messages over and over. Trust yourself and your decisions. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions about what to do. Opinions. I was going to say, this came out on another deck, but another pile, but no, it was your pile. Now you have double procrastination cards. Where was that procrastination thing? Was that you? Wait, what? Oh my gosh, I'm so confused. That was pile 3. Oh, okay, pile 3 have procrastination. Okay, you guys have this coming out twice. Okay, trust yourself and your decisions. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions about what to do. And the parrot card, let go of other people's thoughts and opinions. It's time to embrace who you really are. Take action and be confident that you've chosen the right path. I'm telling you. I don't even know what I've said in your reading now, because I for some reason it's blurring together with pile 3. You might have messages in pile 3. Did I tell the story about the ceiling of my condo in this pile? Everything's blurring together. But I want to get you one from this deck and then one of the other cards, and then we'll close it off. More information for pile... Whoa. Yeah, firm foundation and building blocks. Whoa, my throat chakra. Hold on a second. Okay, yeah, you have building blocks, which is like rebuilding your foundation here, and you have firm foundation. And that's what I was talking about. I think it's pile 3, guys, you have to listen to. Because we talked about this building. Yeah, we did. They had the 4 of Wands. So the second part of your reading, I would really listen to pile 3. It's so, like, part 1 and part 2, I would say, because they're bleeding together in my mind. I can't even keep a line of like which one was 3 and 4, but they're like very different messages, but very relevant to each other. Rebuilding this foundation here, starting from scratch, and how that can be scary. I talk about it there, but how it's necessary to reestablish yourself in a new energy, in a new timeline, in a new chapter. Like part 1 of that book's closed, starting part 2, you know? Okay, let me get you this. And like, they just want to stress taking action at the right timing, because like for some of you, this is about a career. And I know it's hard to think, I have discontentment and boredom here, so should I just leave this situation? If you're not financially able to leave there, you could be making, more stress on yourself by leaving too early. Just be aware of the fact that this is somewhere, if that's the case, that you want to leave, or a toxic situation that you want to leave, and ask spirit, show me the way, show me the path, day by day, step by step. Is it applying for other jobs? Is it working on my resume? What step today can help me move towards this? Is it looking for other places to live? Is it getting some sort of skill, that I'm not taking that just because it's not the card. I just wasn't ready. I wasn't shuffling it. And the genie needs to sharpen up your skills, to apply for another job. Like they just want to caution you. Like they don't want the message to come across like go and quit your job tomorrow if that's the case, unless you feel that way. And they're saying if you're finding, this is a very strong message coming out for somebody. And I'm not usually this clear. But if you are financially stable and you do not need this job to pay your bills, and you have other means of financial income, and it's a toxic situation, they would strongly encourage that you discuss amongst your own private world to leave that situation as soon as possible. Because if you don't need it to survive, if it's not a foundational need, like food, water, a roof above your head, then it's not worth the toxicity. You can find something else if you have money to help you bridge, okay? But if it is a financial base, need stability, then they will give you the timing and the steps of when and how to transition out of that toxic situation for those that are asking about career. And something else will be ignited here, like 5 passion cards that will also bring you financial stability if that's what you need. And wishes fulfilled. It'll be your dream job, your dream relationship, your dream living situation. And discontentment and boredom will be a thing of the past. Sorry, I was talking about something else. Okay. Prudence coming out. I don't know why. That could be somebody's name. They're saying, don't be lured by the siren's song. I'm just chatting with them about something. They're just trying to show me something here in my mind. Like, we all know what that means. This could be, like a job offer coming in, or a boss, for example. Okay, here's the situation they're trying to show me. For example, you say to your boss, I'm unhappy here. I'm going to make a 3-month plan to leave. I'm going to train the people that I need to train to, leave with respect and dignity and not leave anyone in a bind, with a win-win outcome for everybody. And then your boss says, oh, but if you stay, we'll increase your salary. Oh, if you stay, we'll give you the corner office. They try and sweeten the deal. Don't be lured by the siren song. Same with a relationship. Y'all know how a toxic situation, they can just become the most best behavior person when you say that you're leaving. All of a sudden they're on their best behavior, buying you gifts, whining and dining you. Trust me, I know. Don't be lured by the siren song, okay? If the data up to date has shown you, if the actions of someone has shown you up to date, if your experience of the situation through endless conversations, through endless requests of trying to repair situations or improve the situation, whatever it is, friendship, work, relationship, has not changed, then you threatening to leave, it's bull. It's bull. They're just trying to get their needs met and not have you leave, because it's beneficial for you to remain. So they're going to throw whatever they can at the wall and see if it sticks. That's just facts. That's just human nature. I'm not saying everyone is disingenuous. I'm just saying if you've had these conversations before trying to improve the situation and they haven't met you halfway or tried to show any sort of, then why would it change now that they see you're serious, right? Like, it's not. It's just a tactic. Okay, guys, I'm going to close off your reading. Spirit's closing off your reading. Thank you so much for being here. I highly recommend pile 3 for you guys. But if not, do whatever feels best for you. Thank you so much for being here. Either way, I'd love if you left a comment or an emoji or whatever to connect. That makes my day. So if not, no worries. I will see you in the pile you're going to next. And if not, I will see you in another reading on another day. Be well.